What if the vegetables sitting in your kitchen right now are doing the exact opposite of what you think? After 60, your body no longer reacts the same way it did before. Some vegetables that are labeled healthy could actually be triggering inflammation, joint discomfort, or sudden blood sugar spikes without you realizing it. And the most dangerous part, they don't cause immediate symptoms. The damage builds quietly over time. But here's the surprising truth. At the same time, there are certain vegetables that can help your body feel stronger, move easier, and even support a more youthful level of energy. So the real question is not, are you eating vegetables? It's this: are you eating the right ones for your body after 60? Because not all vegetables are good for you anymore. Most people over 60 believe they are doing everything right. They cut sugar, they avoid fat, they take supplements every day. Some even follow strict diets to stay healthy. But there's one thing almost no one pays attention to: the vegetables they eat daily. Here's the problem: not all vegetables work the same way in an aging body. Some can quietly trigger inflammation, slow down digestion, and make your body feel worse over time. You won't notice it right away, but it adds up. And on the other side, there are vegetables that act almost like natural medicine. They support your gut, improve circulation, and help your body function better from the inside out. So the real issue isn't that you're not eating healthy. It's that you might be eating the wrong kind of healthy. Because simply eating more vegetables is no longer enough after 60. In this video, I'm going to show you something most people never explain clearly. We'll break down 3 vegetables you should start avoiding after 60, and 3 powerful vegetables you should be eating every single day to support your body as it ages. And we're not just listing them, we're ranking them from least important to most powerful, so you know exactly where to start and what matters most. But make sure you stay until the end, because the number 1 vegetable on this list surprises almost everyone. Once you understand what it does inside your body, it can completely change the way you look at food after 60. Before we go further, I'd love to hear from you. How old are you right now? And which vegetable do you eat the most every day? Just type it in the comments below. I read them very closely, and your experience might help someone else who's going through the same thing. And if you care about staying strong, active, and independent as you get older, make sure to subscribe and follow along. I share simple, practical tips like this to help you take better care of your body every day. Now that I know a little about your habits, let's take a closer look at what's really happening on your plate every day. Because this is where most people get it wrong. Some of the vegetables you're eating regularly might actually be working against your body without you realizing it. So let's break it down. Starting with number 3. This is one that surprises almost everyone. Raw bell peppers. Most people think they're a perfect healthy snack. But after 60, your body handles them very differently. Bell peppers belong to the nightshade family, which contains compounds that can trigger inflammation in some older adults. And here's where it gets more serious. Research shows that stomach acid production can drop by up to 30 to 40% as you age. That means your body struggles to break down tough raw fibers like the skin of bell peppers. So what happens next? Those undigested fibers move into your gut and can cause bloating, gas, and acid reflux. In fact, a 2021 study found that adults over 60 reported about 30% more digestive discomfort when eating raw bell peppers compared to younger people. There's also another hidden issue. Certain compounds in raw nightshade vegetables may interfere with calcium absorption, which is the last thing you want when bone density is already declining with age. But here's the good news. You don't have to give them up completely. Just stop eating them raw. When you cook bell peppers, up to 70 to 80% of these irritating compounds are reduced, and your body can absorb the nutrients much more easily. Small change, but a big difference for your gut, your joints, and your bones. Now let's move to number 2. And this one is even more misleading. Canned beets. Most people hear beets and immediately think healthy. And fresh beets can be, but canned beets are a completely different story. During the canning process, beets can lose up to 50 to 67% of their key nutrients, especially antioxidants and folate. So right away, you're not getting the benefits you think you are. But the bigger issue is what gets added. Most canned beets contain between 350 to 500 milligrams of sodium per serving. For older adults, that can quietly push blood pressure higher, In fact, studies have shown that high sodium intake from canned foods can raise systolic blood pressure by around 7 to 8 points on average. And then there's something most people never think about: BPA. This chemical from the can lining can leach into the food and has been linked to about a 20 to 25% increase in insulin resistance in adults over 55. That directly increases the risk of diabetes and metabolic problems. So even though it looks like a healthy choice, it may be doing the opposite. The solution is simple: switch to fresh beets or choose vacuum-sealed options with no added salt and no can lining. Same vegetable, completely different impact on your body. Now here's number 1, and this might be the most deceptive of all: frozen creamed spinach. Most people see the word spinach and assume it's a healthy choice, but once it's turned into that creamy, ready-made product, it becomes something completely different. A single serving can contain 12 to 18 grams of fat, much of it from saturated sources like cream and processed cheese. On top of that, it often packs 450 to 600 milligrams of sodium per serving, sometimes even more than what's listed on the label. And it doesn't stop there. These products usually include additives like modified starches and emulsifiers. Studies have shown that regular intake of these additives can reduce beneficial gut bacteria by up to 25 to 30%, which affects digestion, immunity, and inflammation levels in older adults. So instead of supporting your health, it may be increasing your risk of heart problems and disrupting your gut. But the fix is simple. Choose fresh spinach or plain frozen spinach with no added ingredients. Then, just sauté it with a little olive oil and garlic. Same vegetable, but now it actually works for your body, not against it. So now you've seen it. 3 vegetables that may look harmless, but can quietly work against your body after 60, affecting your digestion, your joints, your blood pressure, without you even noticing at first. And this is exactly why so many people feel like they're doing everything right, but still don't feel better. But here's the good news: there are also vegetables that can do the opposite. The next 3 aren't just healthy, they actually help your body recover, move better, and function more efficiently from the inside out. Let's start with number 3. And this is one of the most powerful leafy greens you can add after 60. Kale. If you had to choose just one vegetable to eat every day, this would be at the top of the list. A large long-term study found that adults over 60 who ate dark leafy greens like kale daily experienced cognitive decline at a rate equal to someone about 7 years younger. That's a major difference just from one habit. And here's why it works. Kale is extremely rich in vitamin K, delivering over 1,000% of your daily needs in just 1 cup. This helps move calcium into your bones and keeps it out of your arteries, supporting both bone strength and heart health. It's also packed with powerful anti-inflammatory compounds that help reduce chronic inflammation, one of the biggest drivers of aging and disease. There's even evidence showing that regular intake of cruciferous vegetables like kale is linked to about a 25 to 30% lower risk of certain cancers. Now here's how to get the most benefit. If you eat it raw, gently massage the leaves with a little olive oil and lemon juice for a couple of minutes. This makes it much easier to digest. Or lightly sauté it for 3 to 4 minutes. That helps your body absorb even more nutrients. Simple, but incredibly powerful. Now let's move to number 2, and this one is seriously underrated. Purple cabbage. That deep purple color isn't just for looks. It comes from powerful compounds called anthocyanins, the same antioxidants found in blueberries. And here's what's impressive. Studies show that people with higher anthocyanin intake have about a 25 to 30% lower risk of heart attack and stroke. That's a huge impact from something as simple as adding 1 vegetable to your plate. But it doesn't stop there. Purple cabbage is also excellent for your gut. Research has found it can increase beneficial gut bacteria by up to 30 to 35% in just a few weeks, while reducing inflammation in the digestive system. And since it's rich in vitamin C, it also supports your immune system and helps your body produce collagen, which is important for skin, joints, and overall recovery. Now here's how to use it. The best way is to eat it raw, sliced thin in salads or slaws to keep those antioxidants at full strength. Or you can quickly stir-fry it for a few minutes. That keeps most of the nutrients while making it easier to digest. Simple, affordable, but incredibly powerful for your heart and your gut. And now, number 1. This is the one that surprises most people. Fresh beets. This isn't just another healthy vegetable. It works at a completely different level inside your body. Fresh beets are rich in natural nitrates. When you eat them, your body converts these into nitric oxide, a compound that relaxes and widens your blood vessels. And that changes everything. Better blood flow means more oxygen to your heart, your brain, and your muscles. In one study, adults over 60 who consumed beets daily saw their blood pressure drop by around 8 points, and arterial stiffness improved by over 40%. That's not a small effect. That's a major shift in how your body functions. It also improves endurance. Research shows older adults increased their physical performance by about 20 to 25% in just a couple of weeks. And there's more. The natural compounds in beets can help reduce joint discomfort by up to 30%, while also feeding the good bacteria in your gut. So this isn't just about one benefit, it's about protecting your blood vessels, improving movement, and supporting your entire system. If there's one vegetable to add every day after 60, this is it. Now if you step back and look at the bigger picture, this is where everything starts to make sense. The 3 vegetables we talked about earlier aren't just less healthy, they actively work against your body. They can increase inflammation, disrupt your gut, and quietly push your blood pressure higher over time. But the 3 we just covered do the exact opposite. They improve circulation, support your gut bacteria, and protect your brain and heart as you age. So this isn't just about good food versus bad food. It's about how food controls what happens inside your body. Think of it this way. Food is not just nutrition, it's a switch. Every choice you make either turns on healing or turns on damage. And after 60, that switch becomes more important than ever. So here's the real takeaway from everything you've seen today. It's not about eating more vegetables, because after 60, your body becomes much more sensitive to what you eat. The same food can either support your health or slowly work against it. The real difference comes down to this. Are you choosing the right vegetables for your body? Because the wrong ones can increase inflammation, disrupt digestion, and make you feel worse over time. But the right ones can support your blood flow, strengthen your body, and help you stay active and independent. So it's not about eating more, it's about eating smarter. One choice can harm, and one choice can heal. And here's the most important thing to remember. You don't need a complete overhaul. Sometimes, one small change, switching just one food on your plate, can create a huge difference in how you feel, how you move, and how long you stay independent. Because after 60, the goal isn't just to live longer, it's to live better, to stay strong, to move freely, to take care of yourself without relying on others. And it all starts with what you choose to eat every single day. If this video helped you, take a second to subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And tell me in the comments, which of these vegetables are you going to change first? Also, feel free to share this with someone who needs to hear it. It might make a bigger difference than you think.